So here we go. Today in the mail, I received a Blue Jay. From Force One. Thank you, Force One, for this wonderful product. I see it. Blah. You guys have seen unboxing videos before. It's got all these nice little features on it. Looks pretty basic. On the back, as you can see, it shows some stuff about the app. You should go through it. You can run it through your phone. That's kind of rad. Yeah. Plus, it has some kind of custom flight route mode. Interesting. Anyway, hold on. So inside the box, we opened it up. You can see the drone, and you can see the controller, and you can see all the little thingamajigs. There's a thing that came out of the bottom here. I don't know what that does. Oh, it's like a power brick. Well, that's kind of cool. Get yourself a free little power brick. USB cord. Yeah, that was inside, underneath it. Instruction manual. Yeah, most of us know what to do with that. So here's the drone itself. It's pretty. Yeah. So I'll take off this plastic. Here we see some prop guards. Ooh, prop guards. The drone itself. Here you go. Right away, I can tell you right now, I love the different colored props. Only because they're really good for orientation, especially when you're learning. Sometimes you can, especially if you're flying during the day, you can't really see the drone that well by the lights, which are underneath. So it's really cool to have it. I did it, and actually it looks very similar to the Cheerwing CW4. As you can see, now they look almost damn near identical. But as you can see with the Cheerwing, I did that where I added some green props, and then here we have a Cyma X5C. It also is very similar, only this is not an altitude hold drone. This is just, fly around, fun drone. So that's, there you can see the comparison between those two. It's fairly similar in size. The camera, as you can see, you can move up and down, which is kind of cool comparatively, because both these drones are actually fairly good at recording footage. So they're not great, obviously, but they are good, and the footage is definitely usable. I've shot quite a bunch with those two. So feels sturdy. I like the dropped it. As you can see, the FPV. The FPV feature is really cool, and I'm hoping I can be able to. I'm hoping I can download video off of it. That'd be pretty rad. Here you see the rest inside the box. You can see some legs, which we will put on it. Spare props, screwdrivers, all kinds of goodies, like the goodie bag right here. Mini USB, that's kind of cool. Screwdriver, some batteries. I like that it comes with 2 batteries, although I have plenty for this thing. And then we have the controller. So the controller is very nice put together controller. Like it. It's a 2.4 gigahertz controller, so the range is pretty decent. Probably get about 50 feet off of this thing before it starts going crazy. So it's not bad, not great. You can definitely do some really good short range footage with it. I like that it has, I don't know if you can see it with this camera, because my camera is crap and my lighting is horrible, but you can definitely see it's got really well labeled buttons on it. You can see the which it says home, but obviously it's not home, it's a launch button. You can see the trick button, headless mode, and speed rate. So that's cool that it has everything nice and labeled. The trim's nice. Looks like it's got 3 trim buttons on it. You know, nice feel to it. I like how everything's labeled. I don't see a video button, however. So I don't know if you're going to be able to record video. Yeah, I think you're actually going to need the actual app to be able to run video and stuff, unless that's that button right there. I don't know, we'll get a look. But there you go, there's a controller. And then there's this piece right here, which is a shade for the FPV. You put it right there. Should snap on. Hold on a second. So there you go. Has a nice little shade for your phone, so you can, if you're using it outside. Now, I'm probably not going to use the phone feature. I'm not really big on the FPV thing, so I'm probably not going to use that. So, but that's pretty rad. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing. I kind of like to film line of sight. That's just me. Anyway, we'll get this thing up in the air and we'll get some footage of it and see how it looks. I'm really interested to see how this camera shoots, though. Really interesting. Ooh, look at that. It's got an FCC warning. You don't see that a lot on drones. FCC warning. Yeah. Okay, so I just wanted to go over the app real quick. The app loads right up. Is actually in the App Store of Android and iPhones, obviously. It's a very nice app. Comparatively going across, it's nice. It's set up here. Here, if you go right here, if we're still connected, should be still connected. Ah, there you go. There you can see the screen. Very nice. Going in. It's a nice solid image. You can tilt the camera so it goes a little bit more forward. As you can see. You can tilt there, obviously. You can see my ugly mug. It's got some cool features on it. So yeah, if you press that, the video camera thing, that's going to record. Press out the stop, photos, obviously like that, it takes a photo. Tells you if there's a memory card. This is a kind of a cool mode. I might test this. But basically, you mark your path and you just kind of swiggle it out, and it's supposed to follow that path. You can see where it goes in. I don't know distance and stuff. I think I might test that out in the field, see how that works. That's kind of a cool feature for a non-GPS. You can see a flip mode. I don't know what that does. That labels it the flip. Going by the thing, elevator, rudder, throttle, there again. You have a land button. This should be the land button. That should be a launch button, I would imagine. Flip, speed rate, which you also have on the controller. You also have the virtual reality mode, where if you have VR goggles, you could watch it like that. Put that in your VR goggles, and you could watch it in FPV. I'm sorry. Actually looks pretty good. And you also have the controller, where you can actually control it on the screen, rather than using your cell phone to control. You know, so that way you don't have to use the controller. You can just use that. That's kind of cool. It does run that. That I believe is a headless mode. So then you can shut that off. Go back to home. You can find your media. It has your internal gallery. As you can see, there's the video we just shot. You can see it plays that back. And then you also have a learn the operation of the drone feature, where it enables you to learn. I believe it has to be connected to the internet for that to work. And then explore your drone. So that's the camera feed. You can bring that up like that or come back. Again, as I mentioned, you have to run the app to be able to record footage. So there's no way on the controller itself to be able to record footage. You have to use the app, which I'm not a huge fan of. Not at all. So definitely not a fan of in that direction. Camera's pretty decent. Footage looks pretty decent. It's definitely usable. When we take it outside and get some flying around, we'll get a better idea. Yeah, that's it. All right.